Alright, how about now?
I still don't see it. You do have the stream key and stuff in there. Hang on, let me reload the page. It might just be glitched.
Maybe because it's unlisted.
Yes. It's working, it's working. I had to reload my page. Alright.
I had the stream in a different window, so I started to hear the echo.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think your mic is a slightly lower than mine at the moment.
okay, I can.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell when you've got the normal latency, so it's very delayed.
Okay. Let's see. I can slide the Discord audio down just a little bit. But yeah, I did leave it on. I pretty much just left the default settings, I guess.
Yep, that's fine.
So, I don't know how delayed things are or not.
That's fine. See what it's like. Yeah, that sounds a lot better.
That sounds better? Okay, sweet.
Yep.
Alright, well, I may make this public after the stream, so if anyone does eventually watch this, hello, I'm Waluigi Cubed, I'm with Night Rose, I'm just testing some stream stuff for our racing series, so that way, going forward, we can present a couple different perspectives.
Indeed.
Which can be fun, especially because
I should have done a
pages where you can have multiple streams up are so common nowadays. It's easy to just kind of do that sort of thing.
And hey, when I'm doing the highlights videos, I can probably grab footage from yours as well.
Yeah. Now I am streaming in VR, so I don't know if that's gonna translate through the game. It might once I get out of the menus.
Yeah, it'll be fine once you get out of the menu.
Okay, because I noticed the menu is like a static thing, which honestly is not the worst because I'll probably be in the menu when I'm doing most of my messing around with starting the stream and all of that.
Yep.
I just gotta configure my wheel.
Yeah, I should have done a practice session or something, so it's easy to just stop and play around with it, just in case the audio levels are scuffed. But we'll see.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah. What I am gonna do while we're doing this at the moment.
It's what, a 20-lap race? That's not that bad. But yeah.
Okay, so my AMS2 normally is at 31%, so I'm just going to chuck that down to 0% at the moment, and then I'm just going to listen to your stream to check for audio levels.
Sure. Appreciate that.
Yeah.
I mean, that should be the same as it was on the other video, but we'll see.
Yeah, so it goes. Hear my engine.
I also
saw that in my rear view.
I wasn't fully paying attention.
Okay, yeah,
It is overpowering?
Yeah, your game volume is very loud.
Well, since we just started, we can just What?
I'm gonna retire to pit box and we can start up a practice.
Yeah, sounds good. I tried to run through one of those things that is just in the one of those like little whatever you call them, but it was see through. It wasn't.
Oh yeah, I see.
Yeah.
No collisions. Yeah. Session settings, practice.
So desktop audio. Or wait.
20-minute practice. Why not?
Oh no, AMS2 audio is what I'm getting confused by
All right.
this audio mixer. It's like Discord audio is showing up.
Pull this in again, and then yeah, just I guess lower the game audio slider and see how it goes.
Yeah, this audio mixer thing is like messed up.
What you can do actually.
Yeah.
Let me open up my OBS so I can give you the settings for it.
Okay, because I ended up setting Discord to -3.6. My mic is at 0.0, and I bumped AMS2 to -5, but maybe we need more.
Come on, OBS. There you are. Took a while. Where is it? Is the filter on there? It is. Okay. So, what actually is this? Is it a compressor? It is a compressor. Okay. Okay. So, what you can do, let me chuck this into the racing stuff. If you put a filter on your game audio, put the compression filter on, and then use those settings, and then make the ducking source. Probably do two of them, like I've got. One of them will be your microphone, and the other will be Discord. If you've got Discord as a separate audio source, that is.
I do.
If you So if you do that, you should be able to do that for both audio sources.
Alright, so I do that by going to...
So you put that filter on the game audio.
On the game audio. And I can leave the main slider at max, or should I knock that down X number of decibels? Alright, let me... So, a ducking... Or... You said it was a gain, or a limiter?
So a compressor, yeah.
A compressor. Okay. Bear with me for a minute.
Yep. All good.
So audio ducking. So use the same settings that you've got, basically.
Yeah, they should work.
I'm so far away from my computer, I might scooch closer real quick.
Yeah, because I think I'm running the same settings that Day's running, so they should be pretty universal.
So do I do those exact same settings for the?
Hmm.
Do I do those exact same ones for the mic and for the Discord?
Yeah, should be the same settings for both audio sources.
Okay.
So yeah, assuming you've also done the pulled the game audio down on OBS, so it's not entirely overpowering. What that should do is, even if it is still a little bit overpowering, it will lower the volume of the game while either of us are talking.
Oh, okay. I see. That's really slick. I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
Alright, so I knocked the audio of the game down to -7 decibels. I guess we can just see what
Yep, I'll
works.
see how it sounds.
But the filters will definitely be nice to have. Oh, and now the only problem is that my game is all messed up in terms of where the position is.
Oh no.
I know there's a control, there's a button for it, but it doesn't work. Let's see. Options, controls.
Yeah. -7 will probably work because I know I've got my Discord on OBS is at -7.5, and my game used to be lower than that, but I put the game audio up to 5.2.
Ah, okay.
But I think the game used to be around -7, -8 decibels.
Camera and view.
Considering I've also got my mic/aux down at -5.8. If you've got your mic/aux up at max, then it will, yeah, -7 will be perfect.
Okay. I mean, I just knocked the aux down to 3 or something, or -3.
Yeah. Yep.
I can knock it down more, depending, because
No, I think you're
a little quieter, but what button do I want to do for?
The audio levels should be fine. I don't know if Discord's still the tiniest bit higher, but
okay.
it sounds pretty much level. So.
Oh, okay. Finally, I got the VR headset center button figured out. Apparently, I never bound it, or I didn't have the right one bound or something, but back in business.
Nice.
So how do things look?
Well, the stream is still on the configuring controls, so let's see.
And I guess how do they sound compared to what they had been? Because I can always bump stuff down again.
Yeah, what you've got here, where you're sitting up the top there, it all sounds good. I guess jump in the car and we'll see how the audio sounds there.
That's a lot better.
Yeah.
Okay, plus it's doing the filtering, compressing stuff too, so... Sweet. Well, and I guess we can go for real then. I mean, I may as well just run out the practice, but... So did you get a chance to look into how we can make sure that all classes are represented, or?
I have not. I think what we'll have to do is just. I was thinking about it, and I think the way we'll have to do it is before we start the stream, instead of starting on the lobby screen, we'll start in a practice session, and we'll just set like a 30 or 40-minute practice session, so that we have time to start the streams and everything like that, and get ready. And just make sure, like, we'll keep restarting that practice session until we absolutely sure we have all 10 classes.
I guess you can't, like, specifically, like, say, like, oh, make sure there's this number of these cars and this number of those cars and all of that. That's
not in multiplayer.
Ah.
That's only a single player thing.
Well, we'll get it worked out.
Yeah.
Smoked a little too much in that corner.
Uh-oh.
Honestly, though, just kind of plopping the YouTube chat above my head is seems like it'll work.
Nice.
I mean, I guess type something and I'll make sure that I can see it.
Yep. I will pop back into the pits at the end of this lane. This lap.
Alright, yeah, whenever you have a moment. Oh, speaking of which.
Howdy.
Howdy. Howdy. Oh, God. You just
What happened?
popped that, you popped the, whatever car that was into the air. It did like a little hop.
Okay. Guess I'll see it on your stream in a moment.
And I just bodied that guy.
Oh yeah, I went under him on your screen. That's amazing.
I suppose you didn't quite see that on yours.
No. Let's jump back into the pits here. Throw a message in the chat.
Alright. Of course, a lot of it contends on, am I in a spot where I can, like, glance up?
Yeah, obviously, try to only pay attention to it when you're not in the middle of a corner.
Yeah.
So there you go. See how that looks. You can read it.
If you type something, I don't see it yet. Oop. Just a little too wide.
Oh, wait, YouTube, what are you doing? There we go. It wasn't in the chat window, so it was when I was pressing all the buttons, it was doing all of its keyboard shortcuts.
Oh, I hate that. Like, that happens sometimes on Twitter too, and it's like,
Yeah.
It stresses me out because sometimes it's like, oh, do you want to unfollow this person? I'm like, no, I never said anything of the sort.
Yeah.
Or like, I remember this was a long time ago, but like, mobile Twitter used to have this weird bug where like, there was a hidden unfollow button like on the corner of a tweet, and like you could just be scrolling through the thing and accidentally hit it and unfollow somebody. It's like, that is a horrible bug.
Wow, yeah.
Because like you could just act, and like it never gave you like a confirmation, so it's like, oh, you just unfollowed this person, then you might not have known about it. But yeah, sometimes that'll happen where I'm like watching a stream and I was like getting ready to type something and it's like, oh, it registered that as a shortcut or whatever.
Yeah, I have it a lot on YouTube just because clicking to the YouTube chat seems inconsistent sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm guessing you're not seeing any of those messages then.
I am not seeing anything. So.
Alright, that's interesting.
Apparently, I wonder if it's because I have the window minimized. I might.
That could be it, yeah.
Try and just come into the pits and I sped, but oh well.
Yeah.
It's practice, yeah. I'm not getting penalized.
Also noticed you've got slow mode on your chat. So, because I'm not a moderator or anything, I have to wait 60 seconds.
I thought I bumped it down to 45 at least, but...
It might be 45, I don't know.
I'll probably remove that. I just figured for the initial test. Where's my keyboard? Return to the pit box. Alright, let's see. So we've got... Oop. Do you see that? I guess not. Alright, well I see it when I took off my headset.
Of course.
And now I see it in the thing, so now that I have it...
Alright, so it's just a matter of the fact that it was minimized.
Minimized. I guess we can try... something now that it's back up. I don't know if the game being active is going to mess with that or not. If not, then I will have to look into that other app, but...
Let's have a look.
Testing once more, okay. That's
cool.
Encouraging. So it was just that I had it minimized. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, a lot of the times Windows won't properly activate when they're minimized, so put it back up.
Sweet. Well, this is all coming along pretty nice, so.
Indeed.
I appreciate your help.
Yeah, you're welcome.
This will be fun to have some extra perspectives and help with highlight packages as well, potentially.
Still need to do I still need to edit the indie highlights. I think I'll force myself to edit the indie highlights on Saturday or something.
Ah, sure. Whoa. That guy kind of did a weird thing. You'll see what happened in however long it takes. Just kind of moved through time and space.
Yeah, I see it. Teleported in front of you.
But I didn't hit him, so...
Yeah, it ghosted through him. Unless he might have been going to the pits or something, I don't know.
Alright, that guy's still solid.
Yeah, I can tell because... Ow. I got a massive lag spike there. Then I pressed the wrong button. I don't know if it was because of you. If, like, because I saw you spun out and I went past you and then I got a massive lag spike, and I don't know if it was because of you or if it was because I hit the wrong button. Because, as you may have noticed in the grid stream, I kept pressing the, was it the triangle button to look back? And in that game it's, change camera or something?
Something like that, yeah.
Whereas in this game, that's the look back button. Well, what I just did was I pressed L3 to look back, which is the look back button in that game. For this game, that's my DRS button. Fortunately, on this track, DRS doesn't work.
It all worked out.
Yeah, because what I noticed is this game does DRS with proper real-life DRS rules. So you can only do it in DRS zones on F1 tracks, and you have to. What is the? It's like you have to be within a second of the car ahead on, like, at a certain point before the DRS zone, I think, and then it lets you activate it when you hit the DRS zone.
Yeah, I forget the exact rules because I don't watch F1 a ton, but.
I only know the rules from playing the F1 games.
Yeah. I was gonna say if I ever get around to playing those sometime, because I do have
that's
F1 2022.
Okay.
I picked it
I
up.
don't have 22. Probably at one stage I kind of do want to get 22 because apparently that's like a good one.
Yeah.
But because I think I have, was it 2015? 2017, 2018, and 2020?
Okay. Yeah, I was like,
2015,
I want to do
2019, 2020. Okay.
I want to pick up an F1 game sometime, and 2023 wasn't out yet, but it's like, 2022 looks fine.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about 2022, so...
In particular, and yeah, it's not like it becomes invalid just because the...
Yeah, especially VR is apparently really good with 2022.
Yeah, that's kind of why I got it too. Is like, oh, I can do VR in this one as well.
Yeah, because otherwise, I think obviously they've still got a lot of the same bugs that they've had for years and years and years that they've never bothered to fix because, hey, of course.
You know, when you're the only game in town.
And the fact that EA owns them now, yeah, that's not going to help.
Yeah.
Now, sure, I think EA bought them in 2017 or 2018 or something, but still. Yeah. Alright. That's like a 103 in that session, considering I'd had my audio muted the entire time.
Yeah.
And now I have audio back. Let's go.
Yeah, now that we've confirmed that the stream sounds good, and I'll go back and listen to it myself, but it seems like it should be. We already hit the sweet spot, which is nice.
Yep. Yeah, and I don't. At the moment, I don't think you you need a lot of the micro filters that I have. If you ever do, because they do just generally increase quality, but they need a bit of tweaking based on your personal setup. So I guess
sure.
I'll only bother with that if you really want to bother with the tweaking, I should say. But yeah, if you do, let me know because I've got a bunch of filters set up.
Okay.
That help the quality.
Yeah, I'll let you know if I feel like that's necessary, or heck, if
which is why a lot of the time you might notice I sound better on stream than I do on Discord. Because obviously Discord is not running those microphone filters.
Okay, I see. Yeah, definitely something to keep in mind, especially I guess if I decide to also get back into iRacing a bit and do some streams of that too, just randomly.
Yep.
Like if I feel like racing Mazdas or something, that could be fun.
Yeah.
to stream. Or even some NASCARs.
Yeah. Because those filters pretty much just help me with, I guess, reducing the echo. It doesn't entirely get rid of it, but it does reduce it quite significantly to the point where it's not really noticeable, especially with game audio, like covering up anything in the background. And also gets rid of a lot of background noise from my microphone, so like the computer and stuff.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Audible.
Which maybe that won't be as big of a deal for me because I'll be, unless I like end up streaming stuff outside of VR2, I'll be kind of using
I think what those filters might do for you is completely cut out your voice when you're not wearing the headset, because you're already very quiet when you take the headset off.
Sure, that makes sense. Stuff. So, which probably won't happen too much once we're actually into the race. It's just very beginning stuff.
Because like when we were messing around the settings there were like 1 or 2 times where I actually had to wait for the stream to catch up before I could vaguely figure out what you were trying to say, just because Discord cut out, but the stream wasn't cutting out.
Well,
which, considering there's like a 10 to 20 second delay.
Well, and to be fair, I guess in that case too, there was that point where, because my seat is like a little bit of ways from my screens, when I was like adding the compressors, I was like, okay, I like have to just move closer, so I kind of left my headset farther away in that particular case as well. So that might have just been I was looking closer at the settings.
Yeah, that's fine.
But well, it's a work in progress. I appreciate the help. We'll get it. We'll get it worked out into a passable.
Yep, hopefully it'll
level.
Be good.
Yeah, I don't know if I'll get like fancy graphics or anything. I might just make like a, cheesy loading page in like.
That's
paint or something if I just want to like, hey.
I think really all you'll need is just like a loading screen so that we can make sure everything's functioning before going to the live page.
Yeah, for sure. So I can get something going.
Yeah, because it's a lot easier having like a loading screen that we can all mute on and just have music playing, because then we can make sure we're all streaming and then flick over the live screen and introduce and get started.
That's a good point. Yeah, I didn't think about that too, because there's been those times where it's like, oh, we're going live, and
and I know
we're talking,
Dave gets
but
annoyed at me sometimes because I flick over to my live screen without telling him, and then I do my intro, and then he has to very rapidly flick to his live screen while I'm in the middle of my intro.
That's funny.
So I have to actually tell him that, we're going to the live screen now.
It'll all work out. There is a massive log jam through this chicane.
Oh no. I may have hit a few cars into the chicane, so I don't know if that caused problems.
I didn't see any cars spun out, although I did just take out Scott. Because I cooked it a little too much, because there's GT cars and Beetles and...
Of course, yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Oh yeah, I just saw you take out the Formula Ultimate. The F1 car, that's great.
Whoa! But then, I make moves like that, and it's like, as you'll see in, I don't know, 30 seconds or whatever.
actually, I can use this as a way to just see the delay, because I'm almost caught up to exactly where I see you on the track in the stream.
Nice.
So I can tell there's, about a 20-second delay.
Is that generally pretty good, would you say? Or...
I mean, for normal latency, that's pretty much to be expected, I'd say.
Okay.
Yeah.
I guess the other
latencies,
it's more...
Yeah, so low latency means less delay. Ultra low latency means practically no delay.
Oh, okay.
So the higher the latency, the more delay there is.
I can play around and try some of the other stuff too. I don't know if it...
Yeah, higher latency just means you need a better connection, better upload speed, which, yeah, just play around with it, see if your upload speed will support at least low latency.
Sure, yeah, I can try that.
I know my old one was perfectly fine on low latency. Thankfully, this connection seems to work on ultra low latency. I haven't noticed too many problems for most people. Some people, including myself, I noticed do get delayed over time for some reason.
So you use ultra low?
I use ultra low on mine now.
Okay.
Because again, when I had like 15, or about 18 Mbps upload, I was using low latency. I only switched to ultra low when I started having about 30 Mbps upload.
Okay. I might try
you've got
that.
Like 11 upload or something? Did you say?
I think it was like 11 or something. I had to double check. It's pretty solid. I could probably handle it, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, low latency might work. You might be okay on low latency, so give it a go at some point.
I mean, I can even try ultra low just to see.
Yeah, I'm not sure if ultra low, because I know a couple years back I tried doing ultra low and it was just buffering for people watching, so I switched it back.
Okay, well, low latency is probably fine then.
Yeah.
I guess...
There's not much delay on low latency, probably like 5 seconds or so.
My main thing, I guess, is if we're both like streaming at the same time, like the same race, I want to probably be as in step as possible. Although I know it's never gonna be like
it's never gonna be 100%, no, but
perfect.
Yeah, I get that. I think low latency will probably be alright for that, because again, it'll probably just be like a 5 to maybe 10-second delay.
Okay. I'll try that next time then.
Yep.
See how it compares.
Yeah. It's all down to internet speed. If you can ever have fast enough internet to run ultra low, then for sure go for it, because having being able to instantly respond to chat messages is very nice.
It is, yeah.
Because then you're not wondering, wait, what is that chat message responding to? What was I doing like 10 or 20 seconds ago?
Yeah, which in a race you might have to respond 10 seconds later anyways, just because
obviously.
Corners, but...
yeah. I think I was doing that at Kilami and stuff. There's less of a problem at Indy, just because obviously you're not focusing as much. But yeah.
Heck, this'll actually be nice for me too, just in terms of the endurance races, because I'll be able to kind of easier monitor like my own CPU's progress with the headset off, and like,
heck yeah.
Because like I said, I like switched the headset sleep to like 4 hours, which was the max, which should be more than enough.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Compared to like what, the 5 minutes or whatever.
I think it was like 30 minutes or something you had or something.
Yeah. Well, I think it even used to be like 5 or 10, because at the end I'd like take off the headset and then we'd just be chatting, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're not using this, time to shut off, and then it's like, oh, I can't hear them anymore and they can't hear me.
I'm glad the game like told me last second, hey, you need to pit right now, because I was not looking at my fuel.
Oh, fair enough. I'm basically gonna have to pit soon as well. I can probably make it one more lap.
I wasn't paying attention to fuel, so distracted by talking, and then suddenly, right as I'm about to get to the pit entrance, the game's just like, pit in scheduled. It's like, oh shit, I'm on 0.5 liters of fuel.
Oh, jeez.
Whoa, lag spike.
Yeah, well, that one was me, and I also killed that old stock car or whatever it is.
Oh yeah, I see. Okay. Whoa, careful. Around the GTs. While the GTs are navigating a frickin' go-kart.
I guess the next step for me to mess around with is just the crew chief, but I can test that out next time too. That might be
like
valuable for if I do get back into iRacing as well.
I think I've kind of worked out a lot of the kinks with crew chief as well. Like, the whole problem with crew chief not letting you request a pit stop, or like not letting the game acknowledge a pit stop request. I actually got around that because what you can do is you can bind a button to specifically request pit stop. So now if I want to request a pit stop, I just press L2 and it forces it. So even with crew chief, it'll force it.
Well, that's cool. Yeah, I might have to do something. I also have to rework the binding of like when he listens to me or something.
Well, yeah, I've got crew chief's binding to, was it R3? So just press R3 to make him listen.
Okay, I'll have to, yeah, play around with some of that. I feel like there's less buttons for me to worry about in this game versus iRacing, but it all depends on the car too.
And it's also the fact that a lot of the stuff, when you don't have the button bound, it's automated, so you don't have to worry about it too much.
Oh, sure.
Because, like,
yeah, that's fair.
The controls that I've set is, I've set the pit speed limit just because I wanted more control over it, so now it's on R2, and then I've set the request pit stop onto L2. I think that's the only controls that I've actually bothered to change and set, just because of what we were having with the steering wheel needing to be reset constantly, which I haven't had that problem this year, interestingly. But yeah, because of that, I was like, I'm not going to bother changing controls because it's just going to end up needing to be reset anyway.
That's fair. I'm used to at least I mean, I have it to auto in this game, but I am used to using a pit limiter with iRacing because they let you like use auto with like lower class series, but then once you get into like the upper class, so like when I was racing in New Road, I actually like had to engage it, or doing like IMSA or something.
Yeah, and the auto is fine. I just like the extra control of being able to turn it on before I hit the pit lane, just so I can guarantee I'm below the speed.
That's actually
like it might not be time efficient. Might not be time efficient, but as long as I can just make sure I can engage it and then put myself at like 70 or something, like 10 meters or so before the pit lane, then
it's not a bad idea. It's better to be safe and take a more conservative
and especially when you're racing against AIs, you're not worried as much about like, I have to save every single millisecond.
Right, like even
maybe, but
yeah. Well, and even me right now, like I ended up speeding, so I have a 10-second penalty, but like I'm even far ahead of the next F Ultimate, so I'll be fine. Unless I like bin it or something.
Especially, here with the multi-class racing, the AIs. I don't know, 100 level AIs are competitive when we're in clean air. But as soon as they get into traffic, I don't even think putting them up at like really high difficulty will make that much of a difference in traffic. All it'll do is mean they're gonna gain so much more time in clean air.
Right. And as we've seen, like, depending on the class, like, the go-karts are, like, extremely good at level 100 for whatever reason.
And it's like, before we did all this, the main way I played these sorts of games is I would constantly be changing class and constantly changing car. And what I had to adjust to is pretty much every sort of class of car, and sometimes even depending on the track itself, I would have to change the difficulty. So like sometimes I could go 110, sometimes I go like 80, sometimes I go 95, so on and so forth.
Yeah, it makes sense. Some cars are easier to drive than others, or you know, maybe the AI takes like, you know, kind of level. Maybe they're like, oh well, for karts 100 is like top class, whereas for like Formula Ultimate it's like middle of the road. Who knows?
Possibly.
How they tune that?
Possibly. Because I know, like, back when I first started, I was pretty much running the main class I ran was Aussie racing cars, and I was mostly just running them at 110 AIs, whereas for a lot of the other classes, like, because I was still kind of getting used to game physics, I was running them about 90.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, I think Project Cars 2, I usually just run the AIs at 79, not because of, like, well, I don't think I can compete with AIs higher than that. No, because I don't like the system Project Cars has, where if you put it above, like, 80 or above, the AIs will automatically adjust their setups based on the track.
Oh yeah, I saw that in the settings.
I get is fair, but also I wish it was just a separate option.
Yeah, something like that feels like you can still set a hard CPU that uses a baseline setup.
But I don't know. I actually don't know if this game does the same thing. It might. It just doesn't say it. But I have been managing to race against AIs on higher levels, even without bothering to change the setup. Because I don't bother with the setup. I'm not really into the technical stuff like that. I just want to drive.
Yeah, same thing. Like, if I was gonna race in a open setup in like iRacing, I'd either just like, well, I'll live with the default setup, or more for road, people are just more willing to like share like a, hey, this is, you know, more finely tuned. People are a little more secretive on ovals, which kind of makes sense because it's a lot, you know, like it's, I don't want to say they're easier to drive, but they're easier to drive than road courses where, you know, you don't have to worry about braking zones as much or whatever, so like you need more of an advantage. Whereas on a road 100%. Course, it's like, I mean, you got to be able to navigate the course without dying, so.
The only thing really hard about oval racing is pack racing, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, and it depends on the track, like short tracks.
I mean, I guess, sure, if you're racing at like Bristol or something, then it is still, you still got to pay attention, but it's still not that much of a challenge.
Well, and most of it is just like, you know, on a road course, like if you don't know where you got to brake, or if you don't can't handle that, it's gonna ruin you as much. Whereas like an oval, it's like it takes skill, but it's quicker to learn because there's less corners.
Racing, yeah, it's more the actual racing that gives you like problems, I guess.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Is that you're more racing the other cars, whereas on a road course you're definitely racing the track.
Yeah.
In addition to the other cars, but like there's an extra facet to it.
Yeah, and I guess ovals make up for that lack of like complexity on the track by having the pack racing.
Yeah. Or on a shorter track, you're gonna be in traffic more, and you know, how do you navigate?
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah.
The lap traffic.
I do agree, like looking at stuff like Bristol and stuff, it does look kind of fun racing around a small oval like that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But yeah, there's definitely less sort of concentration on, okay, I need to be careful of my braking line and my racing line and all that stuff, and there's more concentration of just keep an eye on everyone around you.
Your surroundings and stuff like that, yeah. It's its own set of challenges.
Yeah, yeah.
Sure. Well, that went pretty well.
Nice.
I don't think... Did you lap me, or did I finish on that?
I think I did. I don't know where... I
might have been when I was in the pit stop. It was probably during the pit stop.
It was probably during the pit stop, yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah. Alright. Let's go for a straight race again without the practice. We don't have to worry about setup.
Yeah.
Actually, I think next time I should probably set it to real weather. I forgot to do that. That's fine.
Or we could just try a rain race and test my stream there.
Yeah, because you haven't tried that yet as well. So
yeah, the recording looks fine, but testing it in actual in practice or in like actually being live. Plus, it might not be bad practice just in general in case we do get that type of a condition. And wow, there are a lot of Indy cars in this race.
There are. There's no go-karts, but we do have trucks. But yeah,
but it'll be good practice in case we do get that condition.
The thunderstorm. The main reason I did the thunderstorm race is just in case we do get a rain race.
Right.
And I learned some valuable tricks from that. Like, don't put the accelerator on when you're going through puddles on the front straight.
Yeah, I remember you were saying that the front straight gets kind of sketch.
Yeah. And obviously, like, thunderstorm is the extreme, so it's super unlikely we'll get that level of rain, but it's nice to just kind of practice in the extreme so that you can sort of gauge how it's going to be. And you can kind of, like, I guess, merge the driving style between the two based on how extreme it is.
Yeah, for sure. Like, you'll have an idea of, well, this is it at its worst, so...
Yeah.
Yeah, then you kind of...
So take that and then just, like, kind of pull it back a little bit, depending on how much better it is.
Yeah, for sure.
Second place. Oh my god. I'm getting quite a few lag spikes at the moment. I feel like it's just... I feel like the lag spikes I'm getting is because I've got your stream open, I've got Wallpaper Engine, I've got OBS, even though OBS isn't being active. And I don't know if the Opera is still doing anything with the an active chat in another window, because I do have Callie's pre-chat open.
Okay.
So there's a chance that chat, even though it's not open, might be still using some...
Probably still using some amount of bandwidth, however minor.
Yeah, so I might have to go and close the group chat.
How long until her stream?
Probably an hour now, because it's almost 11 for me, and she streams at 12.
Ah, okay. I lose all sense and track of time when I'm in VR, so it's more just to like, oh yeah, I know she's streaming at this time, so like, how long until her stream gives me a good...
I completely get that.
Yeah.
I completely get that. I mean, like, I used to play a lot of VR chat, and there were times where it's just like, oh yeah, I've been in VR for about 7 hours straight now.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that sometime. If they still have like the HoloLive English World, I've been meaning to want to go do that.
Oh yeah, I've been into that one. I don't know if I've been to it in VR, because I haven't bothered setting up my VR for full room or room scale VR for ages. Just because it's a hassle to set up in this small room, because I have to like kind of overextend the boundaries again, I guess.
That's fair, that's fair.
Yeah. I don't have very good places to actually put the sensors, which is why I want to get a Vive Cosmos at some point, just because I need the inside-out like tracking. I really don't have space for like base stations.
Yeah. Well, that's why I went
inside-out tracking, and like obviously the Quest or whatever it is. That's a good alternative. I just don't really want to deal with Meta and the Oculus software.
That's also fair. When I got the Vive originally, that was like the big thing was like, well, yeah, I don't have to have the sensors because it's like, it's a pain to set up, and then if you don't set it up, there's a lot of like trial and error, and also my living room is like nice and open, so like it's actually like pretty nice for VR, especially wirelessly, because I can just move my coffee table when I want to do something that requires me to move around.
A lot of people were saying the problem with the Vive Cosmos is the cable, and I don't even mind the cable. It's like, yeah, okay, it was kind of annoying, but considering I mainly want to use it for racing at the moment, the cable has no real annoyance for me.
Well, yeah, if you're going to use it for racing, then cable definitely... And that's why it's nice that I am able to, when I do racing, like, plug in this thing, so it basically just keeps the charge while I'm racing. Because otherwise I'd, like, last an hour
the only
or
downside is controller tracking. Because you have to keep it within, like, if you're doing something other than racing using the controllers, you have to keep it within sight of the headset. And from what I read, the Vive Cosmos controller tracking isn't quite as good as the was it the Oculus Rift Quest? So, like, I think people were saying you do, like, Beat Saber, it will lose tracking of the controllers a lot easier.
That's annoying.
Yeah, so that's the only real downside I've seen to the Vive Cosmos. But other than that, I mean, it's been ages since I've played Beat Saber.
Yeah.
As much as I would love to play Beat Saber again, a lot of the time it's either too hot, I can only play it in winter, or I just don't have the energy for it.
That's completely fair, yeah. I do want to try it sometime, I just haven't.
It is so fun.
Gotten around to it.
It is so fun.
It looks like a great time.
It is. It's a workout, though. That's what I'll say. It's fun, but it's a workout.
I mean, I definitely need something like that for the winter. Like, I have a stationary bike, but sometimes it's hard to, like, muster up the motivation for that, because it's like,
Yeah.
Like, because it's what, and even when it's like, oh, I could watch TV or I can watch YouTube while I'm doing it, but it's like, oh, I could also just sit on my bum and watch YouTube and eat snacks or something.
Yeah, I get that.
But, like, I feel like just kind of getting up and moving around. Because, like, in the summer, I take walks. I want to get back out on my, like, real bike this summer, but I do get out, like, when the weather is nice, but for when winter...
To me, kind of the opposite, where, while it's winter, that's when I go out for a walk. Because, well,
that's
I live in
fair.
Queensland, Australia.
Yeah.
And while I've now kind of settled into a thing where I'm pretty much going out for a walk every Tuesday. But I'm just wondering if I'm going to be able to keep that consistent during summer, because obviously now it's winter, or it's going into winter, which is nice.
Right.
But I've always struggled to keep that sort of thing consistent in summer, just because it gets like 35, 40 degrees, and I want to die.
Yeah. Well, and even for me, it does get fairly hot and humid some days, so like there are some days too where it's like either get up in the morning and do it really early before work, or like do it like really late at night or something. So even then, like Beat Saber will be potentially nice for that.
As like I do evening walks sometimes, but the nighttime walking is less effective for what I want, because the main reason I'm doing it isn't necessarily for exercise, even though that is a good like bonus. It's mainly just to get frickin' sunlight, because I don't get sunlight.
Sure. Yeah.
I'm inside all day every day. I am falling apart just because I don't get enough sunlight.
Yeah, that's fair. You do want to like try and get some of that if you can.
It's something that I've noticed when as I've got into streaming more, where I'm just like, I feel like shit, and then I go stand out in the sun for like 10 minutes or so before I stream, and I'm just like, okay, I feel a bit better. So yeah, I'm kind of trying to just go out for a walk in the sunlight every Tuesday now, to at least get a little bit of energy and keep myself semi-healthy. I won't say healthy, because that's a lie. Semi-healthy.
You want to at least like do some stuff to yeah. Yeah, I hear you, because like, I work as a software developer, so it's a stationary job inside on a computer for 8+ hours a day. I'm also kind of like naturally fidgety though, and I do sit on exercise balls when I'm working at home. I have basically exercise balls, so like that kind of it's good for posture and stuff like that. But still, like I am sitting a lot, so it's like, well, yeah, I try to at least walk to get like some level of movement out of my day. Or like something like Beat Saber will help. And I've like tried like stuff like Ring Fit or like Wii Fit back in the day, and it's like it works, but like also I like kind of hate that kind of exercise.
Understandable.
Like, I don't like doing squats. Don't make me do squats. Or sit-ups, or sit-ups are fine. Push-ups, nah. I mean, honestly, like the fact that they're hard is probably a sign that I should be doing them, or that they're good for me. But
I'd rather do push-ups than sit-ups, honestly, because I don't know. I think my arm strength is at least a bit better than my I guess core strength or stomach strength, and when I try to do sit-ups, it just hurts. It is so painful, and I'm like, this feels like I'm going to actually cause like literal damage to my stomach right now.
That's tough.
So yeah, I don't really do sit-ups. And I think there was a stage where I was kind of doing push-ups just before bed every night. I was mainly doing like 10, because that was kind of the point where I was getting exhausted. But obviously over time, it was starting to get to the point where I could do 10 comfortably, and then I kind of stopped again, and now I'm back down to like, okay, well, I can barely do 5, which is how I started. So I'm back to where I started.
Well, when you're out of practice.
Yeah. I was just thinking like, man, I used to lift some heavy shit, Now I don't have any arm strength. I don't think I could lift any of the furniture or paintings or anything that I had to help lift in this house when we first came here. Because we've got some paintings on the wall, or pictures, I guess, not paintings, but pictures on the walls that are very big and very, very heavy. Because, like, I think, for example, in my bedroom, I've got a big picture of a B-52 bomber. Obviously, the image itself is glass, so that's heavy. But the frame is steel. So, yeah. It's very difficult to pick up. And I'm not sure if I could do it now.
Yeah, I suppose working yourself back to being able to pick it up, though, might not be a bad goal.
It probably wouldn't be, but it's also like, well, I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Hey, I am right there with you.
I'm lazy. I know it's probably good for my health and it's probably a smart thing to do, but I'm lazy. If I don't have a reason to do the exercise, then I probably won't do it. Because it's like, back then, obviously, I had a reason, and that reason was, I need to go to school every day. So I need to go walking every day. I need to be physical. I don't have that reason anymore.
That's true. I guess that is the one benefit of the days when I do go into the office, is that I do, you know, get outside and see people and see different surroundings than just my house every day too. So
yeah, even
though the commute is just, not having the commute is so good, and like no, I get that some people work better in an office environment or something. You know, they have too many distractions at home, or they just want to get away. Like, I can get that. And like I said, like, I'd like to do that maybe, you know, once or twice a week. But in general, it's like, I can do everything I need to do from home. So, like,
that's fair, yeah.
There's nothing, like, if anything, it's more efficient too, because, like, I can just work on my stuff, and then if somebody needs something, they Slack me, and I can say, hey, I need, like, 5 minutes or whatever, unless it's, like, urgent, but, so it's just more of, like, a, hey, I can kind of keep focused on one thing without, you know, getting interruptions and stuff like that, but not that it happens, like, a lot, but, like, it is, you know, something that's kind of beneficial about. Got myself slowed down enough, that was good.
Almost spun out there. Also, did you notice the bugs, the beetles, they're all grouped up?
Yeah, even still.
Massive group of bugs.
There's an infestation.
It was actually really difficult to pass them all because there's so many of them.
Yeah, I ran into that group in the chicane with like a bunch of GT cars at the same time, so it was definitely
oh yeah,
an interesting
I think I'm like
time.
a little bit ahead of you on the track, so I ran into them a little bit before the chicane.
Did you pit yet?
I did, yeah.
Man, I really lose a lot of time to you on pit road. Because it's like I'm on the same lap for a bit, and then it's like I go into the pits, and it's like, wow, I like fell a lap behind or something.
I guess it's probably just the fact that if I didn't pit, I probably would have overlapped you on the track, and then when I do pit, it's like, yeah, that pulls me back behind you more, but as soon as you pit, I've already gained pretty much the time that I would have gained without pitting, and I passed you without having to actually fight you on the track.
Sure. Well, and obviously this will all go out the window, or it'll be different, like, you'll naturally pass me before the first pit stop during the actual race.
Yeah.
Because we'll be going like a full stint instead of like a...
Yeah, we're artificially limiting these pit stops to very early laps.
Yeah.
We won't do that in the main race. I'm not going to be running 17 liters of fuel from the start of the race.
Yeah. Also, yeah, they were... Whoop! Oh! I had a lag spike and I jettisoned some car.
Oh no.
Well,
following an Indy car on the rear wing is just keep your distance.
Oh, yeah. I saw that in the last race. Yeah, like, I just, like, popped one of the GT cars in the air.
Oh, wow.
Like, I had some side contact, and that caused a lag spike, and then I just rammed the car that was in front of me and just, like, you know, like, just slid off my curved nose. Got some distance, too. I think the field goal was good.
Nice.
I haven't been able to catch up to Cortez, surprisingly enough, but LaPointe is far enough behind. I guess Cortez hasn't been dealing with traffic as bad.
Oh god, here's the massive group of bugs with GTs, supercars, and Formula Ones.
Maybe the Formula Ultimates don't have as rough of a time when there aren't go-karts.
Yeah. You saying field goal reminded me of I should check the time and date for the second round of the State of Origin. Because I think it's next week. Could be wrong.
I missed what you said because it was low on my engine, but... some sporting event.
State of Origin. The only time I actually watch rugby.
Oh, it's a rugby thing. Cool.
Yeah. Between Queensland and New South Wales. And despite living in Queensland, I am New South Wales all the way.
Interesting.
Because that's where I'm from.
Okay, that makes sense.
I don't care that I've spent most of my life in Queensland.
Yeah, I mean, that's completely fair, like...
I am blue by blood.
Like, at this point, you know, I don't follow sports as closely as I, like, used to, but, like, I like baseball and hockey and stuff like that, so, like... The Milwaukee teams are my teams, and I don't think, even if I did, like, say, move to Chicago or something sometime... I'm not just gonna start becoming a Cubs fan just because of the new surroundings. I'll go to games because it's like, well, it's the local team and it's easy to get the stadium and whatnot. But plus, they'll play the Brewers a lot, anyways. But you know, you develop an allegiance, and unless like something major kind of happens, you know, I feel like you don't really change it, or you don't need to change it. Or you can still prefer the old one and be like, well, this new place is just my second team now. And just have, like,
we can't really do that.
Layers.
You can't do that with State of Origin, because State of Origin is just New South Wales versus Queensland.
Well, that's fair then.
And it's 3 games throughout the year. Or 3 games every year. Basically.
Ah, okay.
And annoyingly, Queensland usually is the one that wins.
Ah.
But I still blame most of that on the referees.
Ah. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that. Well, hopefully New South Wales does good.
Hopefully, they did lose the first game, so they have to win the second game to have a chance at winning.
Ah, okay.
Because it's obviously best out of 3.
Sure.
Yeah,
I ended up
doing
104
so well until the
2.
final 10 minutes, where Queensland just got 2 tries in the final 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Otherwise, before that, we were beating them.
Those ones are extra heartbreaking.
Yeah. What's more annoying is the next game is in Brisbane, Queensland's home territory.
Ah, well. That's just gonna make the win extra sweet.
Oh yeah. If we can win, that would be awesome. Because then I think the final game will be in Sydney, so home territory for New South Wales.
Ah, okay, cool.
So if we can do that, hell yeah.
Nice.
Alright. Thunderstorm time.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah.
Both for the stream and for the fact that this is going to be my first time on this track in the rain. Though, Indy Thunder notwithstanding, I feel like I'm pretty good at
yeah, usually you're a lot better than me at rain racing.
Pull back. I just know how to... I don't know. I feel like I'm like sometimes maybe a little extra careful for my own good too, but apparently I'm only my best lap during that race was only a couple tenths off of the world record.
Wow, yeah. I see the 104.6 on yours. Wow.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Interesting.
Meanwhile, for Formula One or Formula Ultimate, best lap is 58, and I'm only doing 1 minute.
Yeah, and when you consider, like, did I really ever have a clean lap in that race? Probably, maybe one. That's probably the one lap that I got, like, halfway decent. But... Well, let's...
I need to change my tires over to...
tire, yeah.
Yeah, because
I have soft
I noticed
slick.
mine were running hard slicks. That would have been bad.
Yep.
All right.
And I probably should
switch
change
them
the
to
pit strategy as well.
I think I'll run the same pit strategy because it seems to be fine.
I still have the soft flicks there. Man, you can really hear that thunder.
Oh yeah.
I hear it more than I did for Indy somehow. I guess. Or maybe it's just because the setup. I was taking longer on the setup.
Alright. Oh my god. See, I'm barely on the throttle there. But because it was in a puddle, it just goes sideways. I have to take my foot entirely off the throttle through puddles.
I am getting like...
Not going so well for you back there?
No, because like I couldn't... When I was sideways, I couldn't like get going again because like the other class cars just started piling in. Wow. You really do lose a ton of traction there.
It's just like it's only really the front straight that we have problems on. Everywhere else is fine. It's only the front straight, which makes starting really hard.
Yeah.
Once you're going, you can manage it. You
Yeah.
can just manage the throttle, but trying to start is almost impossible.
Yeah. But yeah, I was like, all right, trying to get myself going again. Oh, there's a GT car. Oh, there's a semi-truck. Oh, there's... It's like, guys,
Oh no.
let me get my my ship righted.
Oh god.
We're rolling now. It's all good.
Okay. Easy on the throttle. Easy on the throttle. I don't care that I'm losing a lot of time to the AIs in the front straight. As soon as we hit traffic, I'll make my time back up. So that's fine. Speaking of traffic, hello go-kart out of nowhere.
Whoa!
3 F1 cars were just like backed up, and I was like, why are you guys going slow? Suddenly,
these puddles are insane.
They are. They very much are.
Alright, yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to get better at that.
Yeah, probably kind of tell it's just the main straight. Oh,
yeah.
I took the rear wing off of formerly first place. Oh, come on. Yeah. Once you can sort of pay attention and learn where the puddles are on the front straight, just lift your foot off the accelerator as soon as you go over them.
Yeah.
And yes, it will mean you lose time to the AIs, but you'll lose more time to the AIs if you don't.
Yeah, well, I mean, that last lap, I spent a lot of it kind of like sliding through the grass and trying to figure out, like, all right, where do I rejoin the course without having to give up a position?
Oh my god, come on.
Oh god, go-kart, out of nowhere!
Yes. Yes.
Oh god. What? Oh, jeez.
That was game freezing. That wasn't even... that was simulation freezing, not even game freezing, I should say.
Well, you'll see what happened in a minute. Or, well, less than that.
I think I just witnessed your... Oh, yeah. You've, Oh,
this guy is not moving, so I can't reset because this guy will not get it. He doesn't know what to do.
I crashed. Yeah, I spun out just before your area. Hang on, can I?
Thanks for the blue flag. I can't do anything about it, but this guy will not. He doesn't know how to pass.
Oh my god.
He backs up.
I was hoping by pushing you I might have pushed you out of the way, but I guess not.
It's one guy.
Oh no.
I'm being one guide.
Oh no. If you're still there if you're still stuck next lap, I'll see if I can try again at hitting you. Because that time I just didn't have speed because I spun off the track myself.
That's fair. He is still trying his best. Here comes a go-kart. Here comes a go-kart. I don't know where it went. I didn't see it.
God. Cannot see the go-karts. You just see spray.
Oh, they're going on the other side. I don't know why this one guy, everybody else is just passing on the outside. But this one guy is like confused.
Oh my god.
He's still doing it.
Okay. See what
I see parts flying. I see a hood.
There you go. I don't know if...
oh, now he's flipped over.
Well, that'll disqualify him then, so...
Oh, he got disqualified and I'm back.
Nice! The plan worked.
I accelerate into a puddle that I have no hope of avoiding.
Yep. Oh my god.
Well, that was fun. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like, that one guy was just like, if I back up, go forward. No, gotta back up again. If I go forward, will this be enough? It's like, are you turning the wheel?
Oh,
it's like he got stuck in a loop and just couldn't get out.
Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh yeah. That's the other thing you can't see. Aussie racing cars. Though I don't think that was an Aussie racing car. No, that was a GT3 car that broke its rear lights. Ah.
Oh.
I don't know if we have Aussie racing cars in this one right now.
Well, that's bad that it broke its rear light.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any Aussie racing cars at the moment. But go-karts are a real menace.
I guess don't drive in the racing line if you don't want a go-kart. That is a massive ass puddle.
Turn to race position 3. Alright. Fine. There you go.
Letting off the gas does the trick, though.
Hello. Oh no, there's an Aussie racing car. He was stuck behind a truck, so I could still kind of tell he was there.
Ah. We're all out of turn markers now.
Yeah, I did destroy a turn marker. I think I destroyed the 50-meter marker into turn 3.
Yeah, that's the one. Like, there are none in turn 3 now.
Ah. Oops.
Yeah, it's bound to happen.
Yeah. Like how, because the rear lights on the Formula Ultimates are glitching, so even though they're losing their rear wings, the lights that are supposed to be on the wings are still showing.
Ah.
Like the rain lights.
Yeah.
So it's just floating brake lights, basically.
Amazing. Oh boy, the spray.
Which,
oh, there's a hood.
From a distance, seeing those lights there without the rear wing, it just makes it look like the rear of a Formula E car.
Ah.
Hello, Mitsubishi. Okay. It's very stressful doing this.
It's good practice, though, because you don't know what'll happen in the race.
Yep. Takes a lot more energy.
I just bodied that guy.
Oh god. Great, I have no speed on the front straight now, and because I can't really do anything over the puddles, I'm just going slowly around, like, down the entire straight.
Yeah?
Because I had to avoid some cars and went into the dirt a little bit. Oh wow, yeah, I could see you flipping over their frickin' old stock. That was a brutal crash.
I take no prisoners. Alright, let's try and set as fast as of a lap as I can, just to kind of...
Ooh, I spun. Come on, get back on the
Wow.
road.
Wow, is it wet.
I will say, this is an equalizer for the AIs. Because I'm actually competing with the front-running Formula Ultimates here.
Ah. Could be an equalizer for, like, everybody in the race.
Yeah.
As long as, depending on who gets the bad end of the stick.
Yeah. I mean, my best lap here is a 1:14 at the moment.
Oh. That's, yeah, like 14 full seconds off of
Yep, off of my dry time.
your normal.
Come on. Alright, there we go. Okay. Me and this other F1 are stuck behind, or, okay, we were stuck behind. He managed to get through. I didn't. Truck's going too wide through turn 3.
Sweet.
Come on. Get around the beetle. Get back here, Lawrence Scott. Haha, you got stuck behind a go-kart. Nice.
Nice.
Come on.
Man, you don't even need to be on the accelerator in some of these puddles.
Nope.
Well, especially at this point in the race when they're getting all nice and filled in.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, that was apparently a 116. Come on. Turn. God damn, didn't want to turn it to turn one.
This game really does do the lightning strike justice, though. They look majestic off in the distance.
They really do. It's hard to pay attention to them, but
sometimes you just see them like right when you're like in a braking zone or
yeah,
something. So
whoa, that was a freeze. Simulation freeze. That might be why there was a simulation freeze. Is that a truck and a go-kart were merged into each other and off the track?
That sounds very not.
Come on, get back on the track. There we go. Got him in third place now.
See, I haven't been dealing with the simulation freezes like I had been dealing with, so like I don't know if that's just a host thing or what, but
I don't know. Saw the lightning strike that time.
Well, Turtle gets to have fun with that during the actual race, so that way we can reserve all of our bandwidth for the streams.
Goddamn, the AIs being able to take the front straight faster because they don't have to worry about slipping in the puddles.
Those darn AIs and their cheapness.
Exactly. Found the GT3 car that lost its rear lights again.
There was a truck off of the off in the chicane.
Oh yeah, that's the truck, and again I think it's a go-kart underneath it. That's what I was talking about last lap.
Ah,
saw it again.
It looks like they got it going or something.
Well, it's still there at the moment.
Oh, maybe I saw a different thing then.
I think he moved forward. He did move forward from where he was, so.
Oh, there's a go-kart just kind of chilling.
There's a lot of go-karts just off the road, on the side of the road on the front straight.
Yeah.
I guess they got taken out and haven't been recovered.
I'm gonna revise myself to say I'm good at racing in the rain, but not a thunderstorm. Not in the which is probably fair for most people. Like,
probably.
I feel like this is where you wouldn't race for real either.
It depends on the category, but this is definitely kind of like the limit for a lot of categories.
Certainly for an open wheel car, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure open wheelers would race in this. Probably be too dangerous for an open wheeler. Like, V8 supercars would probably race in this, no problem. But,
yeah, I can see the. Yeah. Oh, I see. I think I see the truck and go-kart. They are like slowly inching.
I got disqualified because I spun going into the pit lane.
No. No. Oh no. Rip.
Oh, no.
Wow, we're only on lap 13. I was upside down for 2 laps. It felt longer, but...
Damn.
Do you want to retire to...
Nah, it's fine. I'll just watch you.
Alright.
Yeah, it's like... obviously, while I was kind of on under brakes trying to slow the car down, hit a puddle going into the pit lane, and it just spun me backwards and I couldn't get it before it went across the line.
Ah, God, that's the worst. Imagine that happening in the...
Yeah.
In the race.
God, that sucked.
Oh, hey, it's that same car that I... You gave me room that time. I mean, in fairness, he gave me room last time too, but
Now I can actually click onto the browser and check your performance without worrying about my computer lagging the stream.
Yeah, that works.
Because while the game was open, it was lagging the stream a little bit. Only a little bit, but without it, I'm not really seeing too many FPS problems.
Nice. Seems like things are going pretty solidly then.
Yeah. I think the only thing that looks jittery to me is because of watching a 30 FPS stream on 100 hertz monitor.
Ah.
But
wait, how many FPS?
Yeah. Well, because you're running a 30 FPS stream, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So you're streaming at 30 FPS, yeah. Because obviously I don't see the 720-60.
Ah, okay. I should look into that for next time too, actually, maybe.
Yeah, again, like, I was just kind of recommending, like, sort of low-end, like, assuming you're using the same bitrate settings as me, then that's
I should
decent.
Be. Yes.
Yeah, so that's pretty good. That's actually a lot higher than what you would need to be for these settings, I will admit. But, because, yeah, I think with 720p 30 FPS, the recommended bitrate, I think, is like 2,500. Okay. And obviously, if you're running mine, then you're running 5,500. Yeah. So, you're definitely running the... Like, you're definitely able to run the bitrate for, what was it, 1080p 60 FPS.
Alright,
which
I'll play around with that.
Twitch recommends like 5,000, 6,000, something like that. So possibly, just trying to think with your upload speed. I'm not sure. You'd probably have to choose between 1080p 30 FPS or 720p 60 FPS. Is my recommendation.
Okay.
You might be able to run 1080p 60 FPS, but it's just as a recommendation to just, you know, be a little bit cautious based on the upload speed.
Sure.
And then yeah, we can have a go and find that Twitch guide again to get a rough sort of bitrate estimate for what you'll need for either of those options.
All right, and then maybe we can do another just quick test next week before the big...
Yep, we can do that.
Big event with, now that we've kind of proven that I can at least do, like...
Yeah.
A good, like, kind of minimalist or, like, kind of starter thing, kind of bump it up. I'll try.
Yeah.
Low latency and, yeah, 60 FPS of some kind. Either at 720 or 1080 if I...
Yeah, I mean 720 doesn't... Like, 720 is fine for the most part. It doesn't necessarily look bad.
Yeah.
Especially on a live stream. I think... I don't know about a lot of other people, but especially in my case, live streams, I usually have them not in full screen and I can see the chat on the side. So...
Same.
So 720p is fine for that, because, like, even on my 2K resolution monitors, your stream right now is pretty much in a 1080p window, and 720p doesn't look that bad on 1080p screens.
Sure. Yeah, no, it's been fine. Like when I watch, like, yeah, Cali or something, or even when I was watching, like, the videos I, like, uploaded that I just recorded from OBS.
Yeah. We got close to those go-karts.
Yeah.
It's funny because I'm spectating you in the game and watching the stream, so I'm like, I'm seeing you 20 seconds ahead there, and then
Right. Woo.
Woo, careful.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am tempted to, like, just set up my current Vive, because I know I can do, I can set up the base stations on my desk, and they do work, they're just a little annoying. Just because I'm curious about my performance on stream in VR, because...
Well, might as well try it.
Again, even though I think the Vive Cosmos is a higher resolution, obviously, than the Vive that I have, because I have an original Vive and it's not exactly a good resolution. Like I think what you're running is definitely a higher resolution than my Vive.
Sure.
But it would be a good test to just see if I can do it with my current settings or if I would actually have to change things around. Might as well, considering my Vive is just sitting down in a shelf down below me, collecting dust right now. Like, it is very dusty. Holy crap.
Well, time to dust it off and give it a shot yourself.
Yep. Back with a racing game, I don't have to worry about the controllers, which are probably dead in a drawer behind me.
You just gotta get a fresh set of batteries or something.
Recharge them, yeah. The only thing is, one of my controllers is, the touchpad is misaligned, so it's a little bit broken.
That's rough. Well, I'm definitely gonna set a better lap than I have so far.
Nice. Can I see your lap time? You did a 121.7.
It's probably fine, you know, decent enough for the conditions and also the fact that I still have to avoid other cars.
Yeah. I don't know what lap times you've been setting. That's probably a pretty good lap time for you. Yeah, obviously on your screen you don't have the lap time board.
Oh, I usually do. I must have bumped it off or something.
Yeah, because I know. I think Turtle was saying as well when he looked at screenshots of mine thing, it's like, holy shit, you've got a lot of information on your screen. It's like, yeah, I have pretty much everything turned on for my HUD at the moment.
That's fair.
Which is kind of funny considering I used to play these games where it's like, I'll run the minimal HUD so I don't get distracted. Now I like running the maximum HUD so I have all the information.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh my god, I just saw the F1 car behind you slide into that corner.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What? Oh. Okay, I guess he's still invisible or something.
He probably came out of the pits, I think.
Probably, yeah.
Because I think coming out of the pits, they don't have collisions until like past turn 1 or something.
That's fair, yeah. Whoop. Went a little wide
The other thing
there.
that's really funny though is because obviously I have the custom liveries on the supercars and the Aussie racing cars, and then looking back at your screen, it's like, hang on, that's a different car.
Oh, sure. So you've like loaded in like the actual.
Yeah, but funnily enough, that car that, like, the one you were dealing with in out of pit lane there, was still
Yeah.
pretty much the same colors.
Ah.
Because on my screen, that was the Monster Energy car.
Ah, sure. Yeah. I didn't speed at all until like this session. I gotta tone it back down, I guess. That's fine. That's what practice is for.
And the other supercar you
Lots of
passed there in the
action.
chicane was definitely not the same colors. Yeah, I guess one thing that I have to think about is because some of my things.
Oh, the race is done.
Oh no. Some of the mods I use include custom AIs, which again only apply in single player, they don't apply in multiplayer. But there's a glitch in the game. I might actually just have to disable all my custom AIs because there's a glitch where if you have custom AIs in a multi-class race, chances are it will only spawn in. Oh my god! It will only spawn in the cars from that category. So like, for this one, it seems to be fine. Sometimes I'll have a race where it'll only spawn in the Super V8s, but then if I just reload it, it'll load in everyone else. But when I was testing another one where I used 2 different classes that I've got custom AIs on, I noticed it was only spawning those 2 no matter how many times I restarted. So I think I will have to disable all my custom AIs if I want to test those sorts of races.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because unfortunately, I think I've only got custom AIs in the supercars and the Porsche Carreras. So I'll disable them, because thankfully, disabling custom AIs does not mean disabling the custom liveries. They are not 100% connected to each other. Which is nice. Craig Downs.
Craig
Downs.
Patty Carpets. Well, alright, so Patty Carpets did a 123, so I guess I outdid the one other.
You did a 121. Yeah.
I outdid the one other IndyCar.
Nice.
James Wine. Is James Wine Cup the one? Is he the guy that got stuck? It was either.
Oh yeah, he would have been.
It was either him
the GT
or
that was on you.
Oh yeah, because the GX is a cart, so.
Yeah. So Wine Cup that was crashing into you.
I thought Wine Cup was better. Also, why is Wine Cup not in a Aussie car?
Yeah, it's like he's one of the ones where I think
be in...
the AI pool, he can be in the GT cars or he can be in the Super V8s. Because I noticed some of the go-kart drivers are actually some of the sharing names with the IndyCar drivers.
I guess it makes sense. They
AIs are driving go-karts.
They might have a karting background or something.
Yeah. Alright, let's go race settings. Let's go real weather. For historic weather, today's date in 2019. Why not?
Alright, yeah, one more race sounds good.
One more.
One more. Let's see what Kelly's up to.
Yeah.
I never thought she'd get back into Minecraft, and yet here we are. Did it start yet, or not quite?
It should be 8 minutes.
Ah, okay, cool.
Yeah. Because I think she's probably got a similar thing with me when it comes to like Minecraft, except for me, it's a lot of games where sometimes you just kind of want to play it in bursts every now and then.
That's fair, yeah. Minecraft does... I mean, I feel like lots of people in Hololive do Minecraft like that.
Yeah, I think they do.
Like,
especially EN.
Yes, especially EN. But even like JP too, like there'll be people who like take a break and then all of a sudden like, you're on the Minecraft kick again, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I'm just trying to think Luna, because Luna's massively into Minecraft at the moment. She's doing like 8-hour Minecraft, 6-hour Minecraft streams constantly.
Wow.
And she's doing a lot of work on the server. But
nice.
I'm thinking she might be one that's kind of just in like a burst of Minecraft as well.
Yeah.
Because I don't think she does a lot of Minecraft streams at once and then she kind of just doesn't. So yeah.
Yeah, which I feel like I kind of see that out of.
Yeah. It is kind of the case for a lot of the members in general. I think Minecraft is sort of just that sort of game anyway.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't remember Okayu doing a lot of it, but, like, she's been doing it a lot more lately, and she has her own construction company now, so...
Yeah, and then, yeah, Luna's got, was it Kensetsu or something like that?
Oh, I didn't know she had her own, that's cool.
Because she's made the Railway.
Ah, nice. I guess I've missed out on her escapades, but...
A lot of work. I've been seeing... her work through clips from other people reacting to her work.
Ah, okay. I'll have to check some of those out, because I'm sure she's doing good stuff.
Yeah, she's doing a lot of work right now.
But as far as groups,
see her on she's playing Minecraft.
Yeah. As far as companies go, though, like, Okayu's is pretty solid when you got Okayu, Louie, Mio, and Fubuki.
Mm-hmm.
Those are 4 of my faves. Just in general. And I'm sure Korone would join if she got back into a Minecraft mood.
Probably.
Or when she
doesn't really play much Minecraft from what I've seen.
Yeah, again, I think she'll do it every once in a while, like... There are some fun clips because she was putting all of those pictures up in Shion's house.
Oh yeah. I think I've seen that.
And she was just like laughing about it.
At least I've seen the aftermath of it.
Yeah. She's like, Shion will see this and she'll go, nah.
Nah.
Nah. Wow.
Oh god.
Whoop. Hold on to her, buddy.
I like that Sora and Iroha have been working together on the guild stuff.
Sora and...
Iroha.
Oh, yeah, that's cool, too.
Yeah, I think the, was it Sora's birthday stream is probably my favorite recent Minecraft stream. With Ollie, Ina, Kei-chan.
Ah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun. And Bay as well was there for a while until she went off to do Chatcast.
Oh, yeah, I remember Bay was part of that, too. It was cool that Ollie was part of Aki's.
Yes, seeing Ollie and Kiara in Aki's anniversary live, that was awesome.
And Callie got to do the Wizard of Oz thing, so...
Heck yeah.
You love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
And even like Gura, Bay, Anya, and I forget who else did the little...
Kobo.
Kobo, yeah, it was Kobo.
Yeah, it was Kobo. Did the little miniature ones, that was funny.
Yeah.
Cute. navigate through. Brakes.
Those go-karts just cut the CPU's momentum so hard.
They do. It's funny how the go-karts are more effective at stopping the CPUs than the trucks are.
I guess the trucks move at a decent enough clip that it doesn't actively harm.
Going around the outside of 3 Aussie racing cars on the final corner. Ow! Wow, I just noticed I almost breached 1 minute. I said
nice.
1 minute .179.
Oh.
Actually kind of getting closer to setting a 59 here. I'm not sure I will be able to with the default setup, but especially since I'm running hard slicks. Probably have to run soft slicks for a sub 1 minute.
Oh,
it's nice to see.
Somebody, some CPU actually just naturally spun out into the chicane Sanchez. That's why I'm by them specifically now.
Okay. That's funny. Going through a corner and looking over at your stream and it's just like, hang on. Am I sure I'm not just looking at the same game right now? Because we're going through the exact same corner at the same time.
Oh, that's amazing.
God, that was a big group of cars there. Let's put like 7 or 8, maybe 10 cars just on the straight towards the final corner. All of different classes. Actually, it's really funny now because obviously that big group of cars delayed me. So I'm back in sync with your stream, and just seeing it out of the corner of my eye, I'm seeing the steering inputs almost identical on both screens.
Oh, wow. That's kind of incredible
really,
too, for sure.
Really weird. Geronimo.
Geronimo.
Saint Geronimo. Saint Geronimo. I have 1 more lap of fuel left, I think, before I'll have to come in. You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna do this. know, I thought that was you in front of me. That's actually your teammate.
Oh,
I just saw
yeah.
a red IndyCar coming into the pits. I'm just like, all right, I'm gonna follow you into the pits.
Nah, that's my teammate.
Damn, you fooled me.
Yep. I actually realized though I'm driving the 9 livery and not the 1 livery.
Ah.
It's the same thing, but
Yeah. There's James Vase. Massive group of old stocks let me past. Okay, hello Tyke Caruso, definitely not Mike Caruso, or Michael Caruso. I see why I'm going wide. Front left tire is hot. It's yellow. Okay, I should navigate the Aussie racing cars. Come on. Wow, that tire is getting hot right now. Why is it getting so hot around turn 3? Hello again, Geronimo.
alright. My goal, not speed.
Good luck.
Alright. Much
Hey,
better
you got
that
it.
time.
Nice. See how much time I can catch up on you after me pitting early.
Oh, yeah.
Considering I pitted a lap earlier than normal, whether that'll let you get out of the pits before I get around.
Doesn't seem like it. Oh, maybe. I don't know.
I'm coming around the final corner now.
Oh.
There we go. So that actually worked because of me pitting a lap earlier than I usually do.
I might have also had a cleaner race to this point, too.
Possibly. Oh my god.
Whoop. I saw some brake lights on the Beatles go on.
Oh my god. Hello, second place.
I can see you making the fancy moves.
I'm trying to get around everyone without losing any speed. Or carrying as much speed as possible anyway. Because while the AIs will be cautious with overtaking traffic, I'm just going to go as fast as I can.
I did not plan that pass around that truck super well.
Oh no.
I still ended up back on the track ahead of the truck. I just lost some time.
Yeah, I've done that.
It's like, okay, I can probably swing by on the outside. It's like, maybe I shouldn't have done that.
Just perhaps. Oops. I went a little bit too tight, went over the sausage curb and bounced the car forwards. Almost off the track.
Vogel was kind of stuck behind the stock cars for a bit, but they got ahead.
Damn.
But they're going to the pits.
Aha!
So actually, unless they haven't pitted, Chew will probably become the highest ultimate CPU.
Possibly. Quite possibly. There we go. Hello, Rampanelli. Yep, Chew is ahead of Vogel. Split between the two old stocks. Nice. Straight through the middle of them.
Nice.
Inside of the truck and the old stock. Nice. Perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
This looks like your teammate ahead of me. Again. Is it? No. Yep, that's
I love when I bump in like an IndyCar and it just makes them like, it gives them a burst of speed to get by the slow traffic. It's like, alright, I'll help you out, buddy.
Nice.
Because I'll like be behind them and then all of a sudden the closing rate just goes insane. Because they'll just throw on the brakes or slow it way down.
Yeah.
It's like, I was in your draft, but okay.
Oh, good start to that. That's fine. Oh, Michael Caruso. Oh my... I may have destroyed James Golding. And myself.
What car does James drive?
Well, technically I think it's Jason Gold's, because it's one of the supercars. Super V8s.
Rip.
Yeah. Just smashed straight into the back of him, took both of us out on the chicane.
Not devastating enough for me to catch up, I guess.
No. Unfortunately for you, no. thing is just too fast.
It is. So we have the great equalizer in the...
Yes. Yes, we do.
Although in a way, I kind of hope that, like, CPUs don't get taken out at a huge clip, because it is fun to kind of...
Yeah.
Like, weave your way through...
It is, yeah.
The traffic, you know.
Yeah,
but we shall see what happens.
Equalizer mainly affects the players in the first half, at least.
Yeah, maybe for the first half it is normal, and then it gets spiced up. I'm just surprised, like, this is the only racing game I know of that's like, yeah, you can ride backwards.
Right?
We're not gonna penalize you. It's not gonna wreck our net code. You're good.
Yeah.
Just don't do it into the pits. That's a no.
Yeah. Into the pits is an instant DQ.
But if you want to do it on the track, knock yourself out.
Indeed.
I mean, it does harken back to, like, when I played, like...
Oh!
Whoop. Wow.
Ow.
When I played, like, NASCAR Thunder 2003 on the GameCube, and I did, like, a season where it's like, alright, this is just a season of me driving backwards and, like, seeing who survives. Although I might have given my favorite driver a bit of a pass if I could.
Of course.
But
as you do.
Everyone else was fair game.
Nice.
Nah, but you know, I mean, who doesn't buy a racing game like that sometimes and just like, I'm gonna just drive backwards and see what happens. Yeah. Well, and it's fun too because like, I think it was either the 2005 or the 2006 game. So in 2001, Dale Jarrett's primary sponsor changed to UPS. So there was a popular series of commercials that was like, you know, basically people are like, oh, Dale, you should race the truck. Like, you know, race the delivery vehicle. And, you know, it went for like several years of like different kind of stuff. And like in one of the games, one of the things you could unlock was the UPS truck.
That's amazing.
To race, so...
That is amazing. Yeah. I love that.
It was just cosmetic because like it raced like a stock car and kept up and all that jazz. But,
that's even better, actually. That's even better.
Well, yeah, no, like just the fact that they were like, yeah, we're gonna like let you race the truck for real. So
that is perfect.
Yeah, that was like,
oh my God.
All of that good marketing kind of led to that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love that. That's awesome.
Race that truck, Dale.
Yeah. It would be... I feel like it would be kind of interesting, because obviously I don't think many of them, if any of them, are actually really used. I think most of them are just abandoned now, but we do or did actually have oval tracks in Australia. Because what we used to have is Oscar, which is basically the Australian version of NASCAR. Like, it's literally NASCAR, but here.
Yeah.
But there was one key difference. You know what that difference was?